what we have here is the HongTai F801, and I've got the battery from an MJX X800 750 milliamp per hour battery in it, which fits perfectly within the bay door. I ordered the MJX X800 and the battery separate and got the battery first. I haven't got the quad yet. As you can see, the LEDs on this don't light up the whole quad, but at night they give you pretty good orientation. It's quite calibrated and bound. This is low rates. See, the pitch in low rates is very shallow, but the yaw's already very good. High rates and a big difference. Suddenly you've got tons of pitch. Could probably do with a rate in between, but I guess they figure you're either a beginner flyer or you're an experienced one. Now it shows you some flips which are very tight. Quad seems to give itself a little bit of throttle just after the flip to maintain height. As you can see at night, the LEDs do work really well for orientation. Pitch is really nice and deep. Literally aimed down at the ground at full pitch, full throttle. Let's bring it in a little. Show you some funnels. And if I give it some throttle, it'll take off from them. Unlike the U807, this one you can hit the flip button while you're flying at full pitch, or do backwards flips, or sideways flips. It's quick. It may not look like a very sporty quadcopter. It looks more like a SEMA X5C type, but it behaves much more like an acrobatics flyer. I think the advertised range is about 100 meters. So far I have not had any range issues with it. Oh, that was lucky. As you can see, it's not quite as maneuverable, a word I always have trouble with, as the U807. but it is more powerful with deeper pitch. You can easily carry a keychain cam without any issues, which makes this a really nice all-rounder. Something that's fast and fun and acrobatic flying, something that can carry a keychain can for filming. The LEDs work well for night orientation. The range and the pitch are excellent. It's just really nice to fly. The ones I've seen for sale at most of the online Chinese vendors have a different transmitter to what I've got. It's more of gamepad style, where the one I've got. See if you'll just hover for a while. It's a larger. It feels a bit cheap and flimsy, but sticks are nice and smooth. And the spring rates are just about right. So if you can get it with this transmitter, I highly recommend that. But even if you can't, I still have to highly recommend this quad. I was so surprised the first time I flew it, how sporty it was. Again, there's virtually no wind out here today, so but this thing can handle wind really well. With that deep pitch and the power it has, the wind won't be giving you too much trouble. The stock battery is the 650 milliamp per hour. Like I said, I've put a 750 milliamp MJX X800 in this. The larger 900s I've got will not fit in that battery cage. I have also flown it using a stock Niue U807 battery and got pretty good flight times out of that as well. It's always amazing when it gets dark around here and I'm flying these things. Cars start pulling up in the car park from the street. I guess they're hoping for a UFO sighting. Oh, and even though this is the non-camera version, it does have the 4-pin battery connector to it, and it does have the buttons, which are the left and right stick for taking pictures and recording video, and the WL Toys camera I have from my V959 plugs in and does work with this. So there is always an option to add a camera later. I haven't seen, oh, there's the LED warning. Let's see how long she goes before she drops out of the sky. Not that long. So the LVC LED warning could be better. But that is the HongTai F801, which I think is a really nice quad. It's really well built. The LEDs work exceptionally well. Got good pitch, good yaw, lots of power, handles wind very well. And there's not too many bad things to say about it, except the battery cage on the front, which the first couple of times I bound it, I had that as the back, went to fly forwards, and of course it has red LEDs on the front, which most people would prefer on the back. So this is, I guess, a cross between a Seamus style X5C quad and Electrax Alias clones, which, rather than being a jack of all trades, a master of none, does both extremely well. And if you're looking at something in this size, like the Seamer, I would definitely recommend the HongTai F801 instead. It's, to my mind, better built. The LEDs work better at night. It's got deeper pitch, far superior yaw. It can handle a lot of knocks. I have flown this around inside and smashed it into things without even leaving a mark on it. And the battery bay is big enough to take up to a 750 milliamp, giving you really good flight times. This is one I think everyone should think of adding to their collection. If you like the YD829, this is like a larger version of that. If you like the pitch of the V636, this is deep pitch. And if you like the acrobatics of the Niue U807, this doesn't quite have the yaw rate, but it'll still do brilliant funnels, and it's still a fantastic flyer. This currently is my favourite quad to fly, and I rate it very, very highly and recommend to anyone. Anyway, there's the HongTai F801 non-camera version, and this is Like an Animal signing off. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and thank you for watching.